Hello, my name is Ansar Alam. I'm going to explain the question. The question says that from the top of a 7-meter building height, the angle of elevation of the top of a tower is 60 degree. Okay, and the angle of depression of the foot of the tower is 30 degree. We have given. We need to find that. we need to find that the height of the tower. Okay, so first of all we need to construct the diagram. So suppose this is the ground surface. Over that it is perpendicular must be. So suppose this is our tower. Okay, let's see the name AB. Okay, I'm taking here on the same ground surface the building. Okay, so the building which is 7-meter height. Okay, suppose give the name CD. Now the angle of elevation of the top of the building. Okay, the angle of elevation must be from the top of building. This is the building, right? So the angle of elevation will be from the top. So elevation means this angle, right? So this is given, we have 60 degree. Okay, now from the same top of the building to the foot of the tower, which is given 30 degree. So this is our angle of depression, which is given 30 degree. Okay, now we need to find the height of tower. Okay, so suppose I'm gonna assume this line, the horizontal line is going to meet at this AB at suppose M point. Okay, so now I'm gonna assume it here. Let the height of tower be h meter. Okay, we have assumed the height of tower is h meter. So this is our height of tower, which is h meter. Now this is the base. Okay, so if two sides are on the same base, okay, between the same parallel line, then both sides CD will be equal to BM. So CD will be equal to BM. Yes, which is equal to 7 meter. 7 meter. So this BM become 7 meter. Yes. Now since this is the parallel, CM is parallel to DB. CM is parallel to DB. So by alternative angle, alternative interior angle, so this angle will be 30 degree. So now I'm gonna take the triangle CDB. So in triangle CDB, okay, so this angle B is, where angle B is 30 degree we have. I'm gonna use the relation tan theta, which is equal to perpendicular by base. So tan theta, we know that tan theta equal to perpendicular by base, P by B. So now see here carefully. So this is angle theta 30 degree we have. So tan theta means perpendicular, here we have CD and base we have DB. So tan 30 degree, which must be, yes, CD by DB, and tan 30 degree value must be 1 upon root 3. You already know that. And CD, okay, CD is already given, which is the height of building, 7 meter. So 7 divided by DB. From here we will get the value of DB, which is equal to 7 root 3 meter. So say it, equation number first. Okay, so we got DB, which is 7 root 3 meter. Okay, now we have to get this value, right? AB. We got this DB value. I need to find that this AM value. Okay, because we already know that this BM value will be equal to CD, and we need to find this AM value. Then we'll get the value, our required height of tower. Okay, now I'm gonna take it the triangle, the second triangle, the triangle ACM. Okay, in triangle ACM, okay, now we have the angle, this angle, right? ACM, angle ACM which is equal to 60 degree. Okay, the same formula I'm gonna use it, tan theta equal to P by B, perpendicular by base. So we have perpendicular here AM and the base which is same as DB, CM. So tan, here it will be 60 degree. So tan 60 degree which is equal to, yes, AM by CM. So AM by CM. Okay, tan 60 means the value will be root 3. Okay, AM value we don't know. Okay, fine, not an issue. Okay, can we write AM as the form of AB total height h minus this MB value? Can we write? So total AB minus, yes, MB, this MB, divided by CM. And here you can notice that DB will be equal to CM. Why? Because the lines are perpendicular and same base between the same parallel line, then of course CM will be equal to DB. Okay, it's become a parallelogram. So instead of CM we can write as DB also. Okay, so root 3 which is equal to AB, what is AB? We have taken AB, the height of tower we have taken as h meter. Okay, so h minus MB, what is MB? We have MB is nothing but CD, the building height, which is 7 meter, divide upon DB. So here we have DB, which we got the value is 7 root 3. So 7 root 3. So by calculating it, we'll get it 7 into root 3 into root 3, which is equal to h minus, yes, h minus 7. So basically we got it here root 3 into root 3, which will be equal to 3 into 7, 21. Okay, so 21 plus 7, which we got the value of h, which is equal to 28. So we got 28 meter. Hence the height of tower, yes, the height of tower h will be equal to 28 meter. The required answer, or the answer the question. Okay, we are gonna see the question number 2, which is given, as you can see here, the toy is in the form of hemisphere. So basically toy is in the form of hemisphere, which is surrounded by a right circular cone. Okay, so suppose I am gonna draw the diagram here. We have this hemisphere. Okay, over that it is surrounded by the right circular cone. So we have right circular cone. Okay, we got the right circular cone, the same base radius. So whatever the radius of this hemisphere, the same as the radius of this cone. Yes. Okay. Now if the radius, here we have given the radius of the base of the cone is 21 centimeter. As you can see, the radius of base of cone is 21 centimeter, and its volume, the volume relation is given 2/3 of the volume of the hemisphere. Now we need to calculate the height of the cone, first part of the question, and the surface area of the toy. So we have to get the surface area of the toy. Okay, before that we just gonna write what are the parameter they have given here. We have, okay, so the radius we have given, which is equal to 21 centimeter. I'm going to write it here, radius r, which is given 21 centimeter. Okay, and we have the relation we have given, which is the volume of, okay, volume of cone. Okay, volume of cone, which is equal to 2/3 of volume of hemisphere. Okay, volume of cone, which is equal to 2/3 of volume of hemisphere. Now we know that the volume of cone formula we have, which is equal to 1/3 of 1/3 pi r square into h. But we don't know what is the height we have. Okay, So suppose the height of the cone, which is, you can see the height of cone which is from here to here, right? The height of the cone h, okay, and the radius r. Now we have given 2/3 of volume of hemisphere. What is the formula of volume of hemisphere? The hemisphere volume formula is 2/3 of pi r cube. So 2/3 pi r cube. Now, okay, so here we go. 1/3 of pi r squared into h, and which is 2/3 of volume of hemisphere. 2/3 of volume of hemisphere, which is we have 2/3 pi r cube. Okay. Now I'm gonna cancel pi to pi, we have cancelled. Then 3 to 3 we have cancelled. We got the h value in terms of 4/3 into r, and we have the radius which is equal to 21 centimeter. So basically 3 7s are 21 it will be. Now basically we got the value of h which is equal to 28 centimeter. Now coming to the second part of the question, which is total surface area of the toy. So what is the total surface area of toy? Which is curved surface area of this hemisphere, this curved part, right? And this conical part, the curved surface area of conical part. Here you can mind it here. We don't have to include this circular part. So basically curved surface area of hemisphere plus curved surface area of cone, we have to do it. Okay, and we have the formula curved surface area of hemisphere which is equal to 2 pi r square, and curved surface area of cone which is equal to pi r l. We have r value, we know the pi value, we don't know the l value. Okay, to find the l value we have the formula which is equal to l equal to under root h square plus r square, and here we got the h value which is equal to 28 centimeter. So 28 square plus 21 square, right? The radius value which we got the value is 1225. Okay, so the square root of 1225, we got the 35 centimeter. Okay, okay, so we got here. Now we have to find the total surface area of toy, which is we have already got till here in 35 centimeter. Now surface area of toy, okay, surface area of toy which is equal to pi r. Okay, we just have taken the common pi and r, so pi r 2r plus l. So the value we have substituted here 22/7 into 21, and 2 into 21 plus 35. We got by 3 times cancellation 66, and here 21 into 2 42 plus 35, we got the 77 into 66. Okay, we got the 5082 centimeter square. Hope the answer your question. Okay, we are gonna see the question number 3. We have this is the question of trigonometry. Okay, tan a divided by 1 minus cot a plus cot a divided upon 1 minus tan a, which is equal to 1 plus tan a plus cot a. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the LHS, left hand side. Okay, so here you can see here the portion we have given here. I need to, what basic concept we have to use here, the same base should be, so that we can take the common base. Okay, so as you can see the carefully here, it is 1 minus tan a in the denominator, here the 1 minus cot a. What do you have to do? First concept is to make it the same base. So what I'm going to do it, convert this tan in the form of, sorry, this cot in the form of tan. So what is the formula we have? Tan a equal to 1 upon cot a. So the same thing I'm going to use here, cot a equal to 1 upon tan a. Okay, this formula I'm going to use here. Okay, if I'm going to use, what will happen? Tan a divided upon 1 minus 1 upon tan a. Okay, plus cot, keep this as it is, cot a divided upon 1 minus tan a. Okay, so just take the LCM, we'll get it tan a minus 1 divided upon tan a plus, it will be same, cot a divided upon 1 minus tan a. Okay, now it will be reversed right now. so it will be in the numerator. So tan A into tan A, both will be tan A square A. So it will be tan A into tan A divided upon tan A minus 1 plus cot A divided upon, okay, here you can see we got the tan A minus 1, but here the term is 1 minus tan A. So can we interchange the sign convention? Can we make it tan A minus 1? How? We'll just change the sign here. We'll take the minus common. So what we'll get it here? If I'm taking minus common, we'll get the tan A minus 1. Now is it the same base? Common base? Yes, we got the common base here. So which is equal to tan A minus 1. Okay, here it will be tan A square. Yes, tan A square A, and this minus cot A. Fine till here?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have written tan A square A minus 1 upon. What I have done here, cot A, I just make it inverse 1 upon tan A. So it's become, okay, so tan A square A minus 1 upon tan A, and we have divided upon tan A minus 1. So just make it the common denominator. So what I will get it here? So we'll get the tan A, okay, so it will be tan Q. So it was already tan A square, so it will be tan Q A minus 1, okay, over the divided tan A minus 1. Okay, so now just to make it more simpler, so we'll get it tan cube A minus 1 divided upon tan A into tan A minus 1. Okay, okay, now just take a look here. It is AQ minus BQ form. Can you see this? AQ minus BQ form. What is the formula we have? AQ minus BQ. The formula we have A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. I'm gonna use this formula. So it will be form of tan A minus 1. So it will be tan A minus 1, okay, into A square. So that means tan A square. So it will be tan A square A, then A into B, tan A into 1. So it will be itself tan A, okay, plus B square means 1 square. It will be 1 square. So 1 square divided upon whatever we have tan A into tan A minus 1. So tan A into tan A minus 1. We got it. Stop. Okay, so tan A into tan A minus 1, we got it. Now next we have, okay, so can we just cancel here tan A minus 1, tan A minus 1, it got cancelled. So we got here tan A square A plus tan A plus 1 divided upon tan A. Okay, just to separate it, you will get it tan A square A divided by tan A, okay, plus tan A divided upon tan A plus 1 divided upon tan A. Okay, so will it be simply tan A? Yes, tan A by tan A, will it be 1? Yes, plus 1 upon tan A, which will be cot A. So this is our required RHS. Okay, this is our required RHS. So we got the RHS required, which is proved. Okay.